Hey everyone, Ben Tapper here. It's a Friday, I'm tired, but I felt like I needed to put a video out today. I didn't even bother shaving, I just wanted to make sure I got the message out to you. It's been a long week and a lot's been happening. As you've heard, I'm sure, 2 black men were killed this week by police officers. One in Minnesota, one in Louisiana, and that's just what we've heard about. In addition, yesterday, 12 police officers were ambushed and killed and many more were injured in Dallas, Texas. This stuff is getting out of control. And as I've weighed all this pain and carried it on my heart, I'm left with the question, what can I say? Well, I can say that I don't want to bring children into a world filled with this much violence. I can say I'm tired of black people and minorities being targeted by those that are supposed to serve and protect them. I can say I wish people would stop talking about all lives matter, when in practice, it's only the black and brown ones that seem to be discounted. I can say I want people to understand that racism has not vanished. It's simply being institutionalized and they've become better at using it. I can say a lot of things. I can express sorrow and distress at the thought of those that have lost fathers, children that have lost mothers, mothers that have lost sons and daughters because of the actions of a few. I can say a lot, but honestly, talk is cheap. So that brings me to another question. What can I do? And I don't really know. I've read about what Frederick Douglass did. I watched a video and heard I Have a Dream by Dr. King, and I saw the Civil Rights Act passed. I know what Malcolm was able to accomplish, and I've seen what Barack's been able to do, but what about me? What can I do? And I'll be honest, I don't have an answer for y'all. I don't know what my role is in this solution, but I know I'm not the only one that needs to do something. I know that by myself, I probably can't accomplish much. So I gotta throw the question back to you. What can you do? Better yet, what will you do? It's time for people to stop dying in the streets. It's time for people that look like me to stop being targeted. And that might be what's most poignant about this situation. It ain't just quote-unquote criminals that are suffering. It's law-abiding citizens, it's family members, it's friends. These are people you might pass on the street, see in the grocery store, go to church with. These are the people that are losing their lives. Enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of this, and I hope you're sick and tired too. So what are we gonna do? Killing cops definitely ain't the answer. That's just as deplorable as cops killing people like me. But what is? Nonviolent protests don't seem to have changed a lot. We can do sit-ins and marches, but at the end of the day, is that protecting people? Is that keeping mothers and fathers from being killed? And honestly, we should be talking about more than just police shootings of unarmed black men. We need to be talking about police brutality in general. We need to be talking about a system that is set up and stacked against people that are black and brown. We need to be talking about privilege. We need to be talking about access. We need to be talking about power and oppressed communities. There's a lot we're not talking about. There's a lot you might be uncomfortable reading about and knowing about and hearing about, but I'm telling you, it's time you get over that. You might not be worried today about a couple black dudes dying. You might not be concerned about a couple of Latinos getting hassled by the cops. But let me tell you something. This ain't just black and brown people suffering. Police brutality is an issue for every man, woman, and child in the U.S. Racism is an issue for all of us. So is sexism, so is xenophobia. So these things that make you uncomfortable, I need you to get over that, because guess what? Sooner or later, it's going to affect you. And if it ain't you, it's going to be a friend or a child or a neighbor or someone you care about. And don't wait until someone you love is lying bleeding in the streets because someone went off half-cocked one day. By then, it'll be too late. So I'm asking you the same questions I'm asking myself. What can I do? We don't have long to answer. We better figure something out.